Ladies and gentlemen, it's Podium or Wall, Season 6, Brotherly Shove. We're on round 4, just over the halfway mark here in team season. We're in Oschersleben. It's a new one for the boys. We're in the Cadillac CTS-V still, those loud-ass V8s, and we're going to get the cars out on track here for qualifying. So the cars will be coming out here. Notably, we've got PoW Guard here for this race. So, race car is out. PoW Guard is in. That's a fun one. And Null Divers, hold them off at the pits here. I was wondering if we'd see this on Oschersleben. Crazy pit exit for this one. A really tight turn at the end. You can literally block it. Seems like we're seeing that here. Oh, it's a double block. They're getting together.
I think they're talking shit.
It looks like somebody's going to break through that. Even missile there, breaking through the trench. And the rest of the cars are going to be released. So already some excitement here. We've hardly even gotten into it. I didn't even say hello. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What are we looking at?
Yep, another fun night. Oh, God. Jeff Platt is already off to the side. He might have got a black flag for that pit exit with the backup. But, yeah, interesting stuff. We got the one-lap qualifying, and half the racers seem to have been stuck in the pits. We'll see what these guys can do. Because it looks like Gold Striker had a little spin out back there as Captain Crash is hunting down whoever that is in front of PoW Guard. I think that's Mr. Schwung. Just listen to these V8s. Yeah.
Yeah, so we will now be seeing, Mr. Schwung there in that American flag Embassy Streets car. Well, now debuting behind him, as you see there, the Indian flag Embassy Streets car of PoW Guard, as he will look to be contributing greatly here in this race. Of course, he personally has a lot of ground to make up, considering he's missed the first race of each weekend. Not good. But if he scores well, he could still be a benefit to his team. I'm hearing Captain Mr. Schwung of NBC Streets obviously livid with him in regards to, missing the first couple races. And, we'll see what sort of implications that has down the line in terms of, future friendships on track, potentially future team seasons. It's certainly in the back of his mind. I bet that, if this doesn't end up in the favor of NBC Streets, if they don't come out winning this, Mr. Schwung might be thinking he's regretting picking PoW Guard, potentially. I'm not, I don't want to, I'm just speculating.
I'm not putting words in anybody's mouth, but, I will say, I'm a bit sad to see the team season be so short. I almost feel like a couple more weeks, maybe do a little, couple trades, couple swaps, some free agents, if you would.
Oh, that could be interesting. Trades mid-season. That would be quite the shake 'em up, one of our favorite words here. That would be the ultimate one. Perhaps for a future team season we consider that. I'd certainly be in favor of broadcasting such a format. It would seem quite exciting.
Yeah, and it looks like back towards this one-lap qualifying, Chimp seems to have the fastest lap. And we'll see if anyone can challenge whatever time he has thrown down, as I'm not sure what it was.
Yep, no, but we will see when we grid for the heat race, the qualifying times. We've got that all sorted out. We can't wait to debut this new technology for you guys properly. Last race we tried and ran into a hiccup as Captain Crash similarly ran into a hiccup on the end of his lap there. It seems like Mr. Schwung, victim of the similar fate, and it looks like that will have an impact on Gold Striker as well. So, ripples of chaos here.
Yeah, right. Any incidents, any accidents, any off tracks in your qualifying lap is
look at the amount of rocks on this freaking track. We might as well be racing dirt. I mean, did you see the amount of rocks there on that turn?
I thought that was a beach. I didn't think it was the racetrack.
This is getting a bit ridiculous, I've been told it's a relatively simple procedure to clean the rocks up between the race sessions, but we still haven't figured that one out yet. So,
Yeah, I think the league, it just needs a couple more donations, and we'll be able to afford that street sweeping team.
Yeah, you're probably right. You know, we did prioritize the broadcast booth. We've upgraded here a number of ways, hoping we can show you guys one here in just a second. But our on-track stuff sort of taking a back seat. As you can see, the rocks. But here, look at this. This is awesome, isn't it? With a 130, almost even. Chimp is your pole sitter. Rock Lee with a 131.1 in P2. Pavant-Garde with a 131.7 in P3. P4 is the Moldiver with a DNF. Only 3 cars putting in times for the qualifying. You have to wonder what the hell happened. P5 will be Captain Crashes, followed by Mr. Schwung in P7. Nope, P6. And then Cuban Missile P7. Gold Striker P8. Last but not least, we've got Jeff Plata in the back of the pack, number 69. As we've got another incredibly long pace lap here coming up, about the length of the race, in fact. So, you know, anything you want to talk about?
I mean, all kinds of things, but nothing really comes to mind that we can talk about for 2.5 minutes as we watch these cars slowly parade behind the Porsche pace car. But how do you say?
2.5 minutes would be favorable, because I think we're looking at about 5 minutes here, frankly. We want to gamble? How long the pace lap's going to be?
I got $1. How much time's left in Heat 1 by the time they hit the green flag? I could say not more than 1:45, but less than 2.
Okay, I'm going 30 seconds.
30 seconds. You know what? It's on. It's on. Right. I got $1. Let's see what they do.
Got some fun stuff here. That brought to you by DraftKings. Sorry, is it DraftKings? No, Kalshi. Kalshi. I'm hearing it's Kalshi.
Don't forget to put in your code, Podium or Wall. Get $50 back after your first bet, and you lose it.
Let me put the ad up.
You have to get another $100 lost.
Put the ad up on the screen.
Yeah, there you go. Put the ad up. Yeah, we're trying to get paid.
Holy shit, we should make ads. That'd be some good stuff.
There we go. This is what we need the AI slot for.
The AI guys would be great at this. Oh my goodness. We are just full of great ideas here in Podium or Wall. And you know what? I had one myself that I think I was going to bring up with the drivers first. But you know what? I'm going to let America decide. How would you guys like to see it? Imagine this. A Podium or Wall race. When the race finishes, the top 3 cars, the podium, keep driving. A parade lap, if they will. Celebrating, waving to the fans. Everyone else, into the wall. I mean, come on. How have we not been doing this?
I'll tell you what, it's got to incentivize a couple people to fight even harder for that podium spot. Who wants to wreck their car at the end of the night? But, yeah, again, look at the beach. Look at the beach and all the pebbles that we've got on a couple of these turns.
You know what?
Slippery out.
You know what? It makes me wonder. I think, you know, Oschersleben a track we haven't done in any official races yet in Podium or Wall, and I have to wonder whether these racers' opinion of the track may be negatively affected by the amount of rocks on it after only qualifying. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Look at that. They're driving through a bunker.
Well, there we go. Minute 35. Green flag.
Great start there by Rock Lee.
Yeah, Captain Crash off to a pretty slow start. I think he's been swallowed up by at least one car.
That's
he goes
Rock
diving
Lee.
in
Chimp.
and takes out
Great
Mr.
Schwung
briefly.
Oh, Mr. Schwung
no, that's
Captain
Rock Lee.
Crash.
All I know is he brotherly shove into turn 1.
Avant-Garde into P2 behind his buddy Chimp. They're not buddies in team season, though. Perhaps we'll see them be a bit more agreeable here than some of the other racers we've seen. As Captain Crash is right on the tail of Moldiver, who's holding on to P3 right now.
If he brings a bit of his own medicine, tries to run up on the inside on one of these turns. But for now, falling back ever so slightly.
2 Embassy Street cars here on the podium, and that just goes to show you how important it can be having 3 cars. You know, you've just got more room for error, and we know error is plentiful with these drivers. You know, let us know in the comments what you think about the new format for the new season, for team season. We're going to bring this format onto the solo season with a little bit of a different point spread. But, you know, let us know if you like what you're seeing. A little bit more to broadcast for you guys. and it's broken up a little bit into all these different sessions. We hope you're able to follow along because we're having a lot of fun, and we know the drivers certainly are having a great time.
You know, I do like the two separate races. The heat race is a good time, nice and quick, and the feature race could be just a tad bit longer to give guys more chances to come back. But in general, if you've got a bad accident and you fall behind, not to worry. You got another chance. Come back around. You got another race. And we blacked out there. Yeah, blacked out. That's all right. Yeah, we've been drinking. Oh, God. Speaking of drinking, Moldiver's gone sideways and hit Captain Crash there, but Captain Crash has gotten around, still on the course. The Gold Striker's now hot on his tail, coming around these first two big U-turns. Turn 7 here. Ooh, Gold Striker's sniffing.
Oh, he's sniffing.
From that.
He's barking. He's barking now. Oh, look at that. What a high. That's one of the more technical sections we've seen on this track. And frankly, in any of the tracks, that section is sneaky deceptive. You've got quite an abrupt chicane leading onto a long straight, meaning you really want to get a really good exit off of that one to have any chance of surviving the onslaught of cars that are sure to be coming up behind you. Good battle here. Gold Striker, Moldiver, 4P4. Gold Striker had the better of that one for now. We look on Captain Crash is up in P3.
Yeah, no, Gold Striker though, good exit speed, making use of it.
And yeah, Captain Crash though,
the Moldiver
up into P3
and Cuban Missile.
How about those two?
Who's going to be? Yeah, right. Who's going to take? Cuban Missile's going to take the inside.
Chimp holding on to that top spot. Avant-Garde sticking around half a second behind, and Captain Crash putting on the pressure now to Avant-Garde. We look back into the back of the pack. Gold Striker about 2.5 seconds behind the podium finisher, or podium people as of now. Oh no, that looks like we see a little bit of a spin up ahead. That was Captain Crash. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he dipped a toe into the dirt and got a little loose. Oh, we see a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of dirt being kicked up. Oh, and I believe we hear some tires skidding. That's a spin. Somebody spun. It's a Poop City car. Chimp couldn't handle the heat. Avant-Garde's up into first. What a crazy... That's a lot of stuff that just happened.
Yeah, wild shake 'em up there as Avant-Garde's in first, Gold Striker second, Moldiver in third, followed by the Cuban Missile with the fastest lap.
God.
And who knows how much time is left, but not a whole lot for this 5-minute heat race.
I'm pretty sure. Do you know where we stand on our bet? I didn't happen to keep track. We'll have to watch it back in the replay.
35.
No way.
It was a minute 35.
You son of a bitch. All right, well, got a dollar coming your way. You can take it off the water bill.
I'll take it in the form of what have you.
Oh, as we see another guy going around. Gold Striker, maybe a victim of the rocks on track there, the hazards. He's not paying attention to that debris flag that they're waving around.
That's too bad. He's falling behind Captain Crash.
Oh my God, and we're dipping another toe into the grass here. What are we witnessing? It's almost like I think somebody might have messed with the cars before the race with what we're seeing here. I mean, it's no matter where you point the camera, you're seeing a car make a mistake.
Yeah, left
Moldiver there taking it a bit wide. I mean, what is it the product of the car, the track? What are we seeing here? What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I saw a Gold Striker in the background there, also going deep. I'm here to blame the pebbles. Personally, I'm blaming the pebbles. The track surface is very, how do you say, ever-changing. Sometimes you step on the brakes and you got good contact and you get a nice solid slowing down, and other times you step on the brakes and you are on a patch of sand and pebbles and you've skidded way wide of your braking zone.
One of the most important... Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, in the future race, is this going to be a large factor as well? Are we going to see a lot of incidents, a lot of accidents as guys are struggling to keep these cars from the track?
Yeah, and as we get the checkered flag here, it looks like Avant-Garde's going to come across in first. Chimp able to recover from that. Oh, wait, he's going to have a battle here with a fellow Poop City driver. Hard to be super excited about that race to the line because they're on the same team. But it looks like Chimp will come out in second, recovering from that early blunder just a bit. Cuban Missile rounding it off in third. Moldiver fourth. Gold Striker coming across in fifth. And we're heading into the wall, people. We're headed into the wall. Oh, my God. Prayers for those people's families. I mean, that's good stuff, though. That's what we like to see. So imagine that at the end of the race, and then you've got the front 3 cars still going around. Oh, bon appetit. We're so close to having such a good product here for you guys. Oh, I mean, Podium or wall, nowhere but up. I'm telling you, I'm excited about what I see here and the things to come. I mean, this is... Take a snapshot of that. That's Podium or wall right there.
And that's some true grit. Look at that. Jeff Plato with no front passenger wheel hanging on.
Across in 8th place.
It's there.
Notably,
hanging on from your line.
I don't know if you noticed this again, but if you look at the finishing order, there's a lot of Platters pitters down towards the end of the order in the heat race, which of course means they'll be up in the front during the feature race, and I think we've seen this nearly every time. But we've got Rock Lee on pole, actually. We're Poop City. I don't think these times mean anything anymore. Those are irrelevant. Jeff Plato will be in 2nd. Captain Crash, he'll be in P3. Mr. Schwung in P4, so that's your top Embassy Street starter. And then Platters, Pitters, and Gold Striker in P5. That's all 3 of them up in the top 5 spots. Bull Diver P6. P7 for Cuban Missile. Oh, hold on, not done yet. Not done. Chimp in P8. Hold on. And in 9th, Front Guard. Okay, go ahead.
I think the times
I'm at the will. I'm behold to the when the things come up. I'm reading them off the screen.
Everyone can read. Everyone can write. I sure hope. But
okay, reset.
No, I think the times were the distance from the lead car, which was
that could be true. I support that theory. You know what? That's some good stuff there. That's good intuition. I think you're right. As we've got another
right.
pace lap here, and we figured it out. It's about what? So they start there 1 minute. So with gridding, you've got a minute. Let's not count that. So they're going around there for a minute, and then there's a minute and a half left at the end of the session. So what? That's a 3.5 minute pace lap.
Something like that.
4.5 minutes. 3.5, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just far too long. You know, sometimes the safety cars they'll grid you 3/4 of the way through the course for some of the longer courses. And I'm just wondering, what's the
well, there's a bumper there. Poop City already took out a
Cuban Missile bumper. Is donning the bumper of Gold Striker, and Gold Striker's going to try to pay that favor back with a little bit of a brake check, and that bumper is going to be dumped off. So it looks like some early shenanigans are at hand here, and Gold Striker will start without a bumper. I'm sure he's thrilled about that.
Yeah, I would say too bad. You almost wish... Whatever. You always want to survive the pace lap. Jesus.
Not during the pace lap. You know, during the race, it's whatever. But during the pace lap, pardon my French.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, I mean, turn 1, game on. Game on. Pace lap, come on.
But you know what? I've come to expect as much from Poop City, and they lean into the villain role well.
I mean, just look at those cars. They're damned evil.
Yeah, they look like shit out there.
Yeah, they do. Now, this has me going back to some AI slop commercials right here. This would be perfect. This is when you start
absolutely, yeah. I think so. That'd be great.
And all
Maybe
these
we
things
just
and
put our Venmos up.
Podium Wall t-shirts. That's how we're going to get out of here.
Actually, I don't know if you know this. One of our favorite fans did send us some money to assist with the broadcast. I'm hearing we're getting some... oil money. The Saudis are investing. They've taken notice of Podium or Wall. The product on track has piqued their interest. So, bright futures here in Podium or Wall. Ethics have not been a concern for us. We don't
discriminate. Yeah, just wait. Next week, you're going to notice it. High definition cameras, brighter lighting, and more writers.
Next week, we're going to have just the best broadcast.
Yeah.
But you know what? Next week will depend a lot on what team captain picks. And I believe the last team captain to pick... Oh, we're going green here, so... Race car gets the pick for next week. That's what I was going to say. But it looks like Platters are taking that outside line. Platters, Pitters, all 3 of them are taking a different line. They're not... oh, my God. I hope they get along. Platters Pitters are really making it interesting here to start the race, and it looks like Jeff Platt is in front of Rock Lee for the lead of the race. Great move by him.
Gold Striker and Captain Crash negotiating who's going to be in third. Not clear who's gonna get the edge on this one, but Captain Crash on the inside, he's gonna take this one here. It's anyone's turn though, and who's to say Gold Striker won't try and sneak one in, as we've got a couple technical turns coming up.
Not
this
quite
left-right shenanigans.
Yeah, incredibly technical part of the track here. As we look, Rock Lee having a look. Up the inside of Jeff Platt, I believe he'll have the better exit of that one, but Captain Crash, who had a great exit out of that one, sends it right into Jeff Plata. That's a teammate on teammate crime. Captain Crash taking Jeff Plata out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Platter's Pitters.
I've seen it.
Unfortunate result for them.
Platters.
Yeah, they're not getting along too well.
Yeah, they race alone. I'll tell you what, it's a wolf pack.
Old Diver dipping a toe into the grass there. That's going to add some more rocks onto the course. And now the pressure is on for Gold Striker. You know, if he's going to want to have any good success here for Platter's Pitters, he needs to find himself, frankly, in the top spot because the rest of Platter's Pitters are nowhere to be found.
No,
8th and 9th.
Back 8th and 9th, yep. But look at this, Mr. Schwung. Right? No, that's not Mr. Schwung.
So
it is Mr. Schwung.
You know, something interesting. We've got Captain Crash there without a front bumper. Gold Striker without a rear bumper. We did see in one of these races Rock Lee able to have a decent performance without the front bumper. So, you know, maybe if these guys can get together, they can share car parts. What do you think? Would you pit and then put the bumper from the other car on the car, and then you got one good car? I don't know. Probably not.
I don't know. The time lost seems like too much in a 10-minute feature, but
probably hard to.
We're seeing as guys are making mistakes left and right and going deep and falling off the track. And speak of the devil, there goes Gold Striker. Struggling to keep that Cadillac on course.
Gold Striker striking the grass, and you can't help but wonder if he's having just a little bit of difficulty wrangling that thing in with the loss of that rear bumper. Looks like it could affect the aerodynamics a good bit.
Look at this. Captain Crash is caught back up to the gang after being involved in that initial incident with his teammate Jeff Plata. It looks like he's got Avant Garde.
Yeah, Avant Garde there, struggling at the beginning of this one. We did see him out in front of the heat race, so we're struggling to find his way through the traffic. Rock Lee putting down the fastest lap for Poop City as he gives himself a 3-second lead over second place. Mr. Schwung right now in Embassy Streets, looking to create some room between him and Cuban Missile and the rest of the pack. Cuban Missile in third right now with Gold Striker right on his tail for fourth. Moldiver's right there. Captain Crash is right there. That's our hottest battle on track right now for P3. Oh, Gold Striker sent it into the wall again. Shame. You have to wonder if he had an intact car, if he had a better performance here. The Cuban Missile striking on the pace lap.
You know, it's got me thinking, should we start deducting points for certain shenanigans?
Oh, you'd have to be careful about opening that. That can of worms has been opened before, and it's a tough one because, you know, these drivers are just so picky about, you know, what constitutes a penalty, what is the severity of the penalty. No one can agree on anything. So the democracy that it is, yeah, they just can't agree.
I hear we've been funded by the Saudis. We just need to get a third-party steward, an impartial steward.
You know, maybe those AI guys could get to work on a steward. I don't know if I would trust them though.
I'm not willing to.
Probably rig it in their favor.
I don't know. I don't trust them. But here we go.
You know, if there's one thing AI can't do yet, it's drive a car, and we're seeing that clearly here. Old Diver and Captain Cuban Missile struggling. Now they're doing all right. They're in third and fourth.
Whoa, Captain Crash, not AI.
Yeah, no. He's doing great.
Yeah, he can keep it on the course. He's quick.
And one thing the AI can't do is drive a car, and we're seeing that tonight. Am I a broken record?
Yeah.
Might have said that already.
I don't think AI can comment on the race either.
Apparently, neither
Not
can
so
I.
good.
You know, it might just be silly season. I think I'm feeling a little more loose for the race broadcast. It could be also, you know, I've greased the wheel a little bit before this. Not quite to the extent as we saw in round one of the solo season last year, Road Atlanta. We all know what a disastrous broadcast that was. I'm sorry to even bring it up. Apologize again, but we've tried to be more professional since then. But I think silly season, you're just getting a little loose with it as we see Moldiver and...
Whoa!
My goodness, Cuban missile. That almost seemed retaliatory.
I was going to say, we didn't see any passing there for that final lap, but we did see a brotherly shove, and it was returned.
Moldiver and Cuban missile getting into it on that one. And it looked like Moldiver perhaps innocently got into the Cuban missile. Cuban missile, on the other hand, sent it right through Moldiver, sending him spinning. And again, you know, I think that's just what you can expect from these Poop City drivers. They are merciless.
Yeah. Don't lose track of everything, though. Chimp with the fastest lap in the pack field. Impressive stuff. We'll see if he holds on to this.
And surprisingly, you know, he's only... You know, the pack's not too far separated from 5th on up. You've got some decent separation, or they're decently close. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
Getting a little avant-garde.
Saw what happened last time.
Into Cuban missile there. Cuban missile was due, though, so can't be mad about it. Good job, avant-garde. That'll put him up into 4th. Captain Crash is up into 3rd. And Rock Lee in 1st means with Mr. Swung in 2nd, you've got a member of every team in the podium right now. I do love to see that.
Yep, good stuff. And Captain Crash less than a second behind Mr. Schwung as he's going a little wide, getting a little wild here on these final turns.
Yeah, well, there's just so many rocks down here. They're probably struggling for grip, if I had to guess. And plus, I bet these windshields are so beaten up from all the rocks getting kicked up into them, I bet they can hardly see.
Yeah, hard to tear off the screen when you're doing 100 miles an hour.
Yep, and it actually looks, from this angle, looks like all the windshields are fine, so I take that back. Technology's not there yet.
Not there yet. Look at this, Captain Crash threatening a move.
He's threatening. I almost wish he would flash his headlights. That'd be a fun one. Mr. Schwung dipping a toe into the grass. Oh, and that's going to take Captain Crash around with him. That's one thing Captain Crash did not want to have happen. Oh, my goodness. That'll take him way down there. All the way down into 6th place, I believe, as Moldiver's going to get past him. My goodness. And that means it's now Rock Leap, Avant-Garde, and Cuban Missile in the top 3. Captain Crash still hoping to hang on to that podium spot, but he'll probably be out of it for after that one.
That's too bad. He was racing good and swept up in that incident, and that's cost him quite a few points. But we'll see what he can do. He's got some time. And Moldiver only 0.7 of a second ahead.
Yeah, and you know, I'm a big fan of Platter's Pitters, and it does really pain me to see Goldstriker and Jeff Platter down there in 8th and 9th. It seems this weekend's not been so strong for him. I feel like every time I look at the standings, I see, towards the end of the race, I see 2 of Jeff Platter's racers down there at the bottom. And oftentimes it's self-inflicted, so Platter's Pitters have something to figure out here. Probably need to race a little more cautiously, make sure they're putting in good times, getting good points, because you know they've got a potential to fall quite far behind here as we go into the last 2 races of the season after this one.
Yeah, maybe a bit of team bonding, start working together instead of knocking each other out turn 1, breaking late, Captain Crash.
Yeah, they need a team retreat. A bit of kumbaya would be welcome. But, hey, you know, let's give some props to Rock Lee. No, let me say first. Rock Lee up there, P1, creating quite a gap between him and the rest of the field. He's just found quite considerable pace in these Cadillacs. And go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, they do show up in some good-looking cars.
Platter's Pitters, that is?
Yeah, good-looking, you know, lime-colored cars. I do like that.
Certainly
much more than
the most favorable, the easiest on your eyes out there on the track. You can easily tell you're looking at a Platter's Pitter. I think we're coming close towards the end here. Checkered flag here. Yeah. We missed the white flag, but we're not going to miss the checkered. Rock Lee, huge lead on the rest of the pack, coming around the start finish right now. But we've got a big move there. Captain Crash coming around the final turn with Cuban Missile with a great move at the end. Captain Crash passing. I think there were some lapped cars in that mix. Pavant Guard, though, falling out of the podium. So Captain Crash, great move on his part. Cuban Missile, great move. And we're going to see a lot of cars here have some damage. I'm just hearing a lot of Twisted Metal there. You see Gold Striker. Oh, my goodness. And then we see Chaos.
But what an interesting finish there. Is we were just talking about a bit of teamwork, and Jeff Plata threw the rolling roadblock down so Captain Crash could get the pass of Avant-Garde in the second to last turn. That's great stuff. That's
lost in all the chaos. You're going to want to watch that replay back at home. That was quite a performance there by Jeff Plata, a lap down, but still within the mix of the group, he did create a bit of a slowdown, which allowed Captain Crash to end up in P3 on the podium. And, every point counts here in the team season where the points are relatively flattened. You only get a real bonus for coming in first or that fastest lap. And, speaking of the scores, let's take a look at our standings as we're through 4 races. You can see here, Poop Deck, Poop City out to a considerable lead. Oh, fuck, that's Season 1 standings. Let's take a look at the season breakdown for a better look. Oh, this doesn't have the overall. Okay, well, we're still ironing out the kinks here a little bit. I didn't save the image for the race. But you can see here, Poop City have a lot of good finishes, and that's why they're in first by 30 freaking points. Oh, we do actually have the team scores. We can run through it here. Yeah, Poop City, 321, 30 freaking points ahead of Plattas Pittas, 293. And then 1 point behind is Embassy Streets at 292. So, looks like Poop City running away with it. You want to talk about this breakdown a little bit? I'm just, I'm all discombobulated over here. I need to have a breath, a cigarette as well.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, how do you say? Poop City, God bless. They've got a podium every single night of the week. And, Embassy Streets and Plattas Pittas, they might want to do some colluding for next week, as they could both use some points. And, Poop City's just bringing a couple too many race cars to the field. And it's really paying off well. I mean, look at this. They've got first, second, and third place for every driver they've got. And, how do you say? 1 more week to go. We'll see what guys can do. But it's a tight race. Plattas Pittas and Embassy Streets. Maybe start colluding, boys. Maybe.
That is certainly something to consider. If each team is able to bring out 3 racers, maybe you designate one as an enforcer. We've talked about it all season long, but we haven't really, officially seen anything like that. We've seen some marginal stuff, but it's all been above board as far as I'm concerned. But anything could happen in the final week. I know a lot of these guys really want to win team season. There's cash on the line. There's pride on the line. There's bragging rights on the line. And it's just going to be an exciting one as we get into this final weekend here. Poop City, though, considerable lead. We'll see what happens. Anyways, we're so happy you tuned in. Season 6 of Podium or Wall. Brotherly shove. We've got 1 more week of teen season coming to you. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.